how big of an impact was it to have Khalid Duke and Jerron McPherson back out there for you for a full game?
Yeah. It was great having the two back out there. Khalid, he's a force off that edge. With him gaining those 20, 30 pounds that he did over the summer, the course of the quarantine that we had, it allowed him to be a lot more stronger, a lot more stout, and he kept his speed as well too. So that's the biggest thing. And then on the back end with Jerron, he made some great plays. Had the big hit, the fumble, forced the fumble, and then caught the pick that sealed the game. That ended the game. So, Jerron and Khalid, they made some great plays throughout the game, which ultimately contributed to our win too. So it's great having those two guys back.
I also wanted to ask you about the turnover differential in that game. You came up with one of them early with an interception. Yeah. Just how did you guys go about, I guess, confusing Oklahoma into turning it over that many times?
Just went into it trying to give them different looks from what we previously did, even last year when we played them, and just giving those different looks. And Rattler, he's a good quarterback, but just with him being kind of a younger guy, it's just giving him those different looks. Kind of, I feel like rattled him throughout the game a little bit, which helped us come up with those picks. And even on mine, shout out to Jay Pick, he the one that kind of got his hand on the ball and got it tipped up in the air too. So hats off to him as well.
John?
Yeah, Elijah, was there a point in the game, you talked about feeling like you got him rattled a little bit. Was there a point where you kind of clicked, you thought, hey, we have this guy on the ropes?
Yeah, I just thought, from the start of the game, we started out well, even though we did have some mistakes here and there. But, the D-line was getting after him, making him move around in the pocket a little bit, making him go scramble and whatnot. So, just having him move out the pocket to where he wasn't just so comfortable sitting back there, just, going through his different reads and progressions. I felt like that was a start for him, and we did well on that. And, we just came up with a couple of picks, a couple of deflections too. So just getting him off his spot and not being able to let him sit back there and be comfortable. So.
What was the week of practice like leading up to that with so many different bodies in the secondary? Like, does that affect you and Justin much at linebacker?
It just gives you a different guy to communicate to. And, that's what we kind of just been working on throughout the whole time we've gotten back. Just being able to communicate, as a defense as a whole, no matter who's back there. But, yeah, we have had a lot of guys kind of moving around. As Jerron was back there, strong safety this week. But the biggest thing is just communication, no matter who's out there. You always got to be communicating, just looking through different reads and different formation sets that we get and different play calls that we have. Like I said, just communication is the biggest part. But it wasn't that hard, for me and Justin. Justin's a smart guy. He can read things pretty quickly, and then we could talk about him and throughout the play or on the sideline, and just knowing the next time that it comes up, just being able to call out different checks and things with the safeties and the nickels and whatnot as the play goes on. So,
thanks, Elijah.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Fritchen.
Yeah. Hey, Elijah, how you doing, man?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. Hey, Alan Bowman, the Texas Tech quarterback, is fifth in the country in interceptions, but he's also fifth in the country in passing yards. And I'm just curious how eager you guys are for this matchup against their offense, knowing that interceptions are already in this defense's DNA.
Yeah. With them playing with 70, 80 snaps a game, you're going to have some things like that. But as a defense for us, it'll always be great to, get some picks from him and try and rattle them up as well, like we did last week with Rattler. But, it's always great to get picks, man. It's just knowing he has 5 already, it kind of lets us see what progressions he had or where he messed up on those, so we can capitalize on that and in any other plays that we kind of see that'll help us out in the different coverages that we have as well too. But yeah, we should get after him with those 5 picks he has.
I wanted to ask you too. It's that time of year where seniors kind of hit some milestones, and Skylar is on the verge of having 5,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards in his career, and he'd be only the second K-State quarterback to achieve that feat. How have you seen him grow as a player in the last year, and what impresses you most about him as a quarterback?
Yeah. Just in terms of him growing over the last year, Coach Kleiman is kind of challenged us all to be better leaders, more vocal leaders, just, you know what I'm saying, stepping up and being those voice for the younger guys on the team who, you know, sometimes, you know, it just takes a little more help to kind of come along and get to the spot to you know what I'm saying, as you are as a senior. But, you know, just the leadership he has taken on the team and taking certain guys up on his wing and being able to, you know, stay even keel, even in different situations when we're up or whenever we're down like we had last week. So I just feel like he did a great job last week, you know, getting everybody to come back together and help us come back on the win on the offensive side of the ball. And just, you know what I'm saying, staying in the fight. And that's the biggest thing. You know, if the leaders rattle, then, you know, it'll make everything just that much harder. But with Skylar, he keeps everything even keel, like I said, and never phases. So, and that's just the biggest thing, you know, having a leader that never just gets too emotional, like I said, gets too high, gets too low. Skylar's always even keel. So that's the biggest thing I've seen throughout over the last year and just from this past game that we played in.
Thank you, man. Good luck this weekend.
Appreciate it. Thank you, too.
You only have time for a couple more. We'll start here with Sully.
Hey, like kind of following up on what D. Scott asked there about Skylar, you know, it seems like in the biggest games, he kind of takes his game to the next level. Over your kind of run here at K-State with him, was there a moment maybe that you kind of saw that he had that capability? And then when it translated in the game, was it not really a surprise to you?
Yeah, it would have to be the Iowa State game when him and Zuber connected. I know that was a big game for us and went all the way down to the wire. But, yeah, that game, he kind of showed me something that game. And from that point on, he's just been doing his thing. And he's a gamer, you know, just like you said, in big games, he rises to the occasion and, you know what I'm saying, comes out and helps us, you know what I'm saying, get wins. But for me, it would have been that Iowa State game, just that last play, how he's able to move around, just get everybody in different scramble techniques and whatnot and get the ball to Zuber in the end zone that one play. So,
Thanks, man.
no problem.
Let's do the last one here, Derek.
Elijah, how much does it boost a defense's morale when you kind of can rally around a guy like Echo Boydo that steps up the way he did when his number was called?
Yeah, you know, that's hats off to Echo, man. I'm glad he made that play. He broke on the ball, got a good stop. But, you know, that just shows the mentality of our defense. You know, it doesn't matter who comes in. Everybody has to do their job and, you know what I'm saying, play up the par. So with Echo being able to step in and do his job and do it well, that like I said, that shows, you know what I'm saying, the defensive mentality that we got. Next player up, you got to do your job. Just go out there and have fun. Do the best you can. So
Clearly, you guys made a big jump from your performance against Arkansas State to your performance against Oklahoma, and that was shown by the result. But did you feel that about your individual game itself?
Yeah, there was a couple of things I'm not gonna lie on my end that I need to get better with. Just looking at the film and whatnot. But overall, I feel like I did pretty well. But like I said, there's always room for improvement. You know, whether it's Arkansas State or Oklahoma or even any other team that we play, there's always room for improvement. So.